Welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to the fifth episode of our series, Diversity in Service. And we've got so far here into the fifth episode only because of the support that we have received from Lions across the globe. Thank you very much for supporting us, encouraging us, and providing us the information. In this episode, we shall focus on Lions run educational projects. Lions serve in all parts of the world, but the diversity of needs, cultures, and outlook to the same challenges must be understood and appreciated. In fact, we could learn so much from each other's success stories. And at the same time, as we showcase these projects, we could truly be proud of what Lions do in all parts of the world. There are indeed many ideas that we could gather for implementation in our own towns, cities, villages, in our own countries, learning from what our friends are doing elsewhere. We welcome today amongst us Vice President, first Vice President, soon to be President of our association, Doug Alexander, in this webinar, and are grateful to him for supporting and encouraging us. Let's hear from our Vice President. Sir, over to you.
Well, thank you, PID Singh. And I'll say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's on the webinar today. I was honored to be invited to take part in this series of episodes, and episode number 5, Diversity in Service. I was looking over some of the comments that you had sent to me, and I was really impressed that it is a worldwide service project, not just in one particular part of the world, but we will hear stories from various parts of the world, which is part of the diversity of our great association and our membership. So I am looking forward to learning along with you and hearing of the wonderful projects that Lions do. I know many of us have experienced it personally, and those of you who are on this call are very interested in learning more, just as I am. So we're all a part of a great association. And yes, even during this time of pandemic, Lions are still finding ways to serve. And we will see that here today. But I know we are all looking forward to the day when we can get together in person again, as we continue down this life of service, making our world a better place for all. So sit back, relax, and let's enjoy episode 5, Service in Diversity, focusing on educational projects around the world. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words and your inspiration as always. Today, we start with Linda Madden, spouse of past President Wayne Madden. They instituted the Lions Reading Action Program when Wayne served as the international president. Linda will share why this program and also some exceptional projects Lions carried out in response to their call. Welcome to this webinar, Linda Madden.
Good day, Lions. I'm here to talk to you about literacy. Well, as Wayne and I traveled around the world, being 2 teachers, our thoughts kept coming back to the worldwide problems with literacy. And we felt with our network of Lions that we could definitely make an impact on this problem. We soon learned there are over 800 million people in this world who cannot read due to various reasons, from sight, hearing, it could be an intellectual disability, it could be many things, even lack of resources. We use words to communicate all the time. And with our electronic world, we text, we email, we use Messenger, and many more varieties of ways. This part of the world is left out. That is why it is so important to focus on this problem. What have the Lions done to help close this gap? Well, there were at least 190,000 literacy projects recorded at LCI, Wayne and I were so excited to see what a great response there had been to the Reading Action Program, and we were able to see some of the great work being done. One of the projects that stood out was a village just outside of Jakarta, Indonesia, where two Lions clubs, two Leo clubs, made a 10-year commitment to a village. They had a preschool for little ones to give them the early learning skills. They had a table with books that were brought in from all over the world in different languages for the children to look through. They also had a wall of books where a child could select one. They wrote their name in it and were able to take it home. They even invited the local library to come in and share with the adults what services they could provide, because many of them had never been to the library before. There were the therapy dogs in Australia, used for children in 4th and 5th grade. They would come in weekly and read to a dog. There was an adult nearby just to help with a word that was needed. And these children with that dog grew in confidence and reading ability over the course of a year. Boomerang backpacks. Boomerang is just like what it says, where they send a backpack home on the weekend, filling it with food to help supplement a child's food at home when their family is having problems. They also throw in a book. And if the book doesn't come back, they know it was a well-loved story. That's fine. And the last thing I guess I'll talk about, there was a club talked to their middle school, and they had middle school students building simple bookshelves, just shelf bookshelves. These bookshelves were then given to children in 1 grade level. Each child got a bookshelf. And with this bookshelf, they were allowed to pick out 5 books to give their bookshelf a start. So then they could fill it, the rest of it themselves. But their goal was to do 1 grade level per year as they worked up through the elementary. And I hope they extended it to other elementaries. What a wonderful thing for children. In closing, I want the Lions can continue the good work that you're doing. And when it comes to our 5 global initiatives, vision, hunger, diabetes, environment, and childhood cancer, I can see a literacy project in each one. Thank you and good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. We know how much you were involved and engaged with the Reading Action Program, and you really bring back those memories, and you have narrated so many of those projects. We are very obliged to you for your kind comments. We will now move on to Nepal, where we have a success story of constructing 18 schools in the post-earthquake period with support from LCIF. Let's welcome PID Sanjay Khaitan to provide an introduction before we view the project video. Let's have PID Sanjay Khaitan.
Hello friends, it's PID Sanjay Khaitan from Nepal. Today I am presenting you the education project after earthquake. Nepal had devastating earthquake in 2015. It took life of nearly 10,000 people, and we are grateful that from the support of all over the world, LCIF contributed $4 million for Nepal earthquake rehabilitation. The leadership in Nepal decided it to be used for school projects, the projects which will give education to the downtrodden people in remotest area of the country. So we decided and constructed 18 schools from this fund. 16 room classes were built in each school. They were RCC structures, and they were structures which in remote areas were seen as only building. or the biggest building in that area. And those became education dissipating centers. Please see the video.
Project like this is like a miracle, and then I'm so really proud to be a Lion.
And now the school is the heart of your community. And I hope that every year many students graduate here. I am very proud of the hardworking Lions and your community for rebuilding this school.
लायन्स क्लबले यस्ता 18 वटा विद्यालयहरूको निर्माण गरेको छ।
Thank you, Lions of Nepal, for everything that you do, converting every natural calamity into an opportunity to serve at such a big level. Thank you for your service. And now we move on to our own backyard in the city of Kolkata for a wonderful project here. Over to you, PID Sangeeta Jatia.
An exceptional institution just at the outskirts of Kolkata, at par with the best. Lions Greater Vidya Mandir.
Lions Calcutta Greater Vidya Mandir spreads over a sprawling campus in Chowhati, a suburb of Kolkata. It is in the cradle of nature, providing a congenial atmosphere for learning.
The school is managed by the Lions Calcutta Greater Education Trust, a registered society which runs the school as a philanthropic venture, with service as its sole objective. We are indeed indebted to LCIF for the 6 grants that we have received from them over the past 2 decades. We are truly grateful and thankful to LCIF for their tremendous support, which has helped us to transform our dreams to reality.
Our classrooms are equipped with state-of-art Wi-Fi enabled touchscreen smart boards. They have enabled teachers to display attractive graphics and improve lectures with audio-visual tools.
We believe in nurturing a child's quest for knowledge through well-equipped labs in physics, chemistry, and biology.
The Junior Library is a learning hub that promotes love for reading among the tiny tots.
The Senior Library is potentially the central link for effective teaching and learning to empower and educate young minds. We impart computer learning from Class 1, and presently we have 3 well-equipped computer labs for the junior, middle, and senior school with the next generation computers. We encourage extracurricular activities and have introduced yoga, martial arts, and classical Indian dance forms. Ours is a green school as we produce our requirement of energy through the use of solar panels.
Lions Vidya Mandir has an Alpha Leo Club. The Quest program has been successfully implemented in Vidya Mandir, and around 1,800 students are benefiting from the same.
Lions Calcutta Greater Vidya Mandir is a co-educational English medium school affiliated to ICC and ISC. It is a school that caters to first generation learners, and it has been the most sought after school in this vicinity owing to its quality education, which is provided at an affordable cost. The relentless effort of the management, especially the members of Lions Calcutta Greater and the SMC, in providing development, expansion, and digitalized education in today's competitive world. The excellent results at the ICC and ISC speaks volumes of what is being offered to the students and all-round development.
We focus on holistic development, which allows students to bring out their talent and creative skills to the forefront. Our students have done their alma mater proud by winning laurels at various levels.
It's a matter of great pride for us that Lions Calcutta Greater Vidya Mandir was adjudged the best legacy project in ISAME at the Ahmedabad Forum.
We look up to and adhere by Nelson Mandela's thought, quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world," unquote. Lions Vidya Mandir is a product of that change.
Lions around the globe run hundreds of schools. Today, We have brought to you two of those schools, one in the foothills of the Himalayas in Siliguri, and the other in the capital of India, New Delhi.
Lions Public School is a prestigious temple of learning, initially established at a primary level in Srinagar in 1969, is now upgraded to senior secondary level. The school is presently situated in Ashok Vihar, Delhi. It is an English medium co-educational school with approximately 1700 students and is affiliated by CBSE. Our school is a non-profit organization with managing committee consisting of men of eminent stature and educationists. The school's motto, Vidya Sarvasya Bhushanam, is the cornerstone around which the character and personality of every child is built. The foundation stone for the school was laid by the then President V.V. Giri in 1972. Our pre-primary children blossom in a nurturing environment. At present, the school admits 25% students from economically weaker sections of the society. Various events are conducted throughout an academic session like excursion trips, inter-school competitions, annual function, etc. The school's achievement in board examination is highly commendable and we are hoping to achieve better results in future. Today, with over 4 decades of providing exponential learning spread in green campus, tech-savvy smart classrooms, auditorium, fully equipped physics, chemistry and computer labs, library and medical room, the school seeks to evolve socially, physically and emotionally balanced and confident citizens.
After these schools, we shall now move on to Pakistan and view a project that is named after the individual who inspired the lions in that country to establish that school, PID Nilofer Bakhtiar. She leads by example, and she personally narrates today the story of the school that has already catered to over 10,000 students. Let's hear from PID Nilofer.
Of the many ways in which Lions contribute to the development of their communities, perhaps the most inspiring are investments in education, especially in a country like Pakistan, where access to quality schooling is a distant dream for the vast majority of children. It is in this context that the Nilofer School was established by Pakistani Lions in 1999 to serve underprivileged children in Rashidabad, an urban slum in North Karachi. Built over 2,000 square yards, the school serves 400 students annually from grades KG to 10. It has been upgraded over the years to include facilities like playing grounds, science labs, a library, and a solar-powered system. The Neelofer School was founded by late multiple council chairman Shoaib Haider and his wife Lion Nusrat Haider. It has been sustained locally through the collective efforts of various clubs under the leadership of remarkable Lions. It runs today with the patronage of Temuria Lions Club, District 305S, and their dynamic president, Lion Nuru Sayyam. The school has been recognized and awarded several times at the district and multiple level as one of the best running education and service projects. It has been visited by 2 international presidents and a number of international directors from various parts of the world. But the greatest reward is knowing that the nearly 10,000 students the school has served since inception have a brighter future today. And that is in part due to our efforts. It is a tremendous honor for me personally to have the school named after me and inspires me to continuously strive to work harder for our movement, Lions Clubs International.
United States, Nepal, India, Pakistan. Let's now move on to Africa, more specifically Kenya. Let's learn about the successful partnership between the Lions of Japan and the Lions of Kenya in building the Kani Lions School. In fact, for the Lions, the entire world is their service arena. Let's watch.
At the Kani Lions School in rural Kenya, today is a celebration. A new primary building will open, offering a renewed sense of hope and opportunity for the children in the community. For while education is a basic human right, in this part of Kenya, its pursuit is fraught with challenges. Children walk long distances to the nearest school, and they arrive to crowded classrooms with as many as 100 students per teacher. Many families live on just $1 a day and lack the means to provide their children with basic essentials. And seasonal droughts mean that many of the students arrive hungry and thirsty. The Lions of Japan saw these conditions firsthand when they visited the region and were inspired when they learned that LCIF and the Lions of Greater Nairobi had been working with the Kani School for over 20 years, building classrooms, donating books, and providing food and medical care for the students and their families. The Lions of Japan asked how they could provide additional support.
And that's the beauty about Lions, that whichever place you come from, at the end of the day, you're all Lions, you're all ready to serve, and you all want to help the community and the less fortunate in our societies.
Through LCIF, a partnership was formed, and since then, the Lions of Japan have donated more than $450,000 towards improving the Kani Lions School. Before, this was Kani, and today, this is Kani. to the generous donations from LCIF and the Lions of Japan and the Lions of Greater Nairobi, the renewed Kaani Lions School has become a reality. Boarding facilities and additional infrastructure were added to the secondary school. A new nursery school was built that can accommodate 120 students. And today, the Lions of Japan are attending the ribbon cutting of a new primary building with bright classrooms with desks and learning materials, clean bathrooms with running water, and a new backpack for every child. The investment is changing lives.
I want to be a lawyer. When I'll be a lawyer, our community will change, and I'll make sure the community is well.
I'd like to be a civil engineer and help my society. When I get good education, it will help me achieve my goals, and even it will mold my future.
The youth are the future of our country, and by giving them a decent education, we are going to really brighten the future of this country.
And this is just the beginning. The Lions of Japan and the Lions of Nairobi have made a long-term commitment to improve the Kaani Lions School, ensuring that they will continue to make an impact and change lives.
今日来て目の当たりにして見させていただいて、子どもたちの笑顔に私は勇気づけられました。
To the Lions Club of Japan and to the Lions Club all over the world, we can say thank you. We appreciate all the support that you gave us.
We say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lions.
Thank you, Lions, very much, and we are very grateful.
When LCIF and Lions work together across borders and around the world, that is the power of service.
If we ever had a concept of a pride index in Lions International, the pride index would really shoot extremely high in events like this, looking and learning about what the Lions are doing across the entire world. Over to you, PID Sangeeta Jatia.
Lions of Wisconsin started a unique project called Stuff the Bus. Lion Jody Burmester is here with us to share details about this wonderful project.
Hello, Lions. I am past council chair Jody Burmester, and I'm honored to be with you today to share Stuff the Bus, a low-cost, high-impact service project that supports children's learning. Thank you, East India Lions Leadership Academy and past international directors AP Singh and Sangeeta Jatia for allowing me to share this fantastic project. School supplies are expensive and beyond the means of many families who are struggling to keep a roof over their heads and to feed their families. The sad fact is that this problem exists in virtually every city, town, and village, no matter the size. And it makes getting even a basic education more challenging for the children who are living in poverty. But where there's a need, there's a lion. Lions and Leos can help by collecting school supplies and monetary donations from the community once or twice a year, and getting those supplies to the kids that need them to succeed in school. When it comes to planning your Stuff the Bus, it's much like planning your local food drive, except you're collecting school supplies instead of food. Here's how you do it. Your club's going to partner with your local schools and determine what the needs are. Then you're going to reach out and team up with local media, retailers, and businesses who will help promote Stuff the Bus and will also act as donation locations. Then, to ensure the most donations possible, it's important to allow for online donations. Whether you use your club's PayPal or Square account, or set up an online supply drive with a service like Runga.com, you don't want to skip this step and lose out on donations. Next up, it's time to invite the community to help Stuff the Bus with those local businesses or via your online donation option. Once the drive is done, you're going to deliver the supplies to the schools, thank everyone for participating, and report the project to my Lion. The basic concept behind Stuff the Bus is simple and easily adapted to meet your local needs. No matter what your Stuff the Bus looks like, know that every item donated is going to make a difference in the life of a child. Lions and Leos, our children need us. Stuff the Bus is just one way we can help Erie kids grow into productive adults. By the way, since we launched Stuff the Bus in Wisconsin back in the summer of 2013, we estimate that Wisconsin Lions, Lioness, and Leos have collected and distributed over $3.4 million in school supplies to their local schools. I am Lion Jody Burmester. If you have questions or would like to learn more, you can find me on Facebook at Lion Jody Burmester or via lionsvirtual.org or the Global Lions Forum on Facebook. Thank you again for this opportunity to share Stuff the Bus, and thank you for all you do.
Education really can have so many perspectives. And after this project from the United States, let's enjoy a project on educational programs for gender equality in Italy. After all, the entire world is our canvas. Let's watch.
Differenti ma uguali, different but the same, is a cartoon on gender balance aimed at pupils of first classes of primary school. The product is a result of a close cooperation between Leo and Lions of districts 108 and 83. New Voices and Leo for Women committees had a year and worked hard on the project. The cartoon is designed for the little ones so that from an early age they can learn that gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but the necessary condition for a better world. We think that if New Voices aim at gender balance, people must be educated to gender balance from the childhood. It is well known that almost everywhere women, even though with a higher education, have a lower salary than men for the same job, have more difficulties in finding a job, and motherhood is seen as an obstacle to career advancement and to top positions. The lower leadership of women in Lions Clubs International is in many cases the consequence of a widespread mentality that sees them as minor protagonists.
The cartoon was made in collaboration with psychologists and psychotherapists, and it is composed of 3 parts. In the first scene, we can see all family at home at lunchtime, and the houseworks are divided equally among the members of the family. In the second scene, the family is at the stadium, and being Sunday, the parents give the same pocket money to both children. In the third, and so in the last scene, we can see the parents at work, and the mother and the father do the same job, the same activities. However, the mother's salary is lower than the father's one. So at the end of the cartoon, we can assume that there are differences between 2 salaries, and when the payout counter lines up, the 2 children agree that it should be the situation. In fact, there must not be difference in treatment, in salary, because of our gender. The cartoon ends with the picture of our pins, so Lions and Leo's pin, in order to support our service, so the service of the gender balance in our district, the 108th EA3.
Pronto Pietro, a tavola! Sì, grandi! Siete fortissimi! Bravissimo! spaghetti è uguale alla tua?
Sì, perché tutte e due abbiamo aiutato mamma e papà in casa.
Perché la mamma è arrabbiata?
Sì, perché il suo compenso è più basso di quello di papà.
Non è giusto perché fanno lo stesso lavoro. Così è giusto.
Già, siamo differenti, ma uguali.
We shall now continue to learn about more educational programs in Europe, more specifically in Macedonia. And speaking to us is going to be PDG Andrea, who has decades of experience as a Leo and a Lion leader in that part of the world. Let's watch.
Hello, Lions. First, allow me to thank PID Sangeeta Jatia and PID Arvinder Pal Singh for their invitation to speak to you at this East India Lions Leadership Academy. My name is Andreas Stojkovski, and I have been serving the association and my community in District 132 North Macedonia for almost 22 years, first as a Leo and then as a Lion, ultimately serving as District Governor in the Lions year 2012-2013. In this brief video, I would like to present to you 3 interesting educational projects that my fellow Lions in the district implemented. The first is a standard Lions Clubs International program that is very dear to my heart and which piloted in the year when I served as District Governor, Lions Quest. Through the global partnership between LCI and UN Office for Drugs and Crime, the implementation of the curriculum on prevention of drug abuse and nicotine substances started in September 2015 and was delivered in several cities. The implementation was a partnership with the Ministry of Education and Science, UNODC, and the Lions Clubs International Foundation, which targeted students between the ages of 10 and 14 years old. In that cycle, a total of 768 students from 47 different schools were reached, while 75 teachers and 2 trainers were trained beforehand. The following cycle started in 2018 and is still running. As a result from the implementation of the first phase, there are now 10 additional elementary schools included and 20 new teachers were trained. Across all implementation cycles, Lions Quest Skills for Adolescents has reached more than 1,200 students across 57 schools with the help of 95 trained teachers in 8 cities in North Macedonia. Through the brief video that you will be able to see now, you can see and witness the reaction of the students and the reaction of the students, but also the appreciation of the teachers and the Ministry of Education from the implementation of the project. The second project is an interesting way to implement Sight First by linking it to education, namely as a global pilot project from the Memorandum of Understanding between Lions Clubs International and USAID, signed at the 95th International Convention in Busan, South Korea. North Macedonia implemented a project for children with visual impairments. Under the project, the Specialized School for Children with Visual Impairments was supported with equipment, books in Braille and audiobooks in order to facilitate the educational process. At the same time, 5 resource centers were established throughout the country in North Macedonia with the same level of equipment, meant to support full inclusion of children with visual impairment in regular education. Direct beneficiaries of the project were approximately 2,000 children with visual impairments throughout the country at all levels of education, starting at elementary level and through university. In parallel to the educational activities, the project implemented vision screening for children through the age of 5, where approximately 35,000 children were screened throughout the country. The effect of this large-scale screening effort was twofold. First, it raised awareness of visual impairments and sight problems and diseases. Second, it brought to the amendment to the law on regular health screening to start eye examination at the earliest stage of development. Finally, the third project is an initiative from the Lions Club Ohrid and its members to support homeschooling and education during the COVID-19 pandemic. Under the project, online classes in mathematics were organized for children in the third grade of elementary school. The project started in September 2020 and will cover the full school year, meaning until June 2021. It includes two live 30-minute classes of mathematics per week. The expected result of this project is 72 classes with a potential to include up to 18,000 students, third grade students from throughout the country. Of course, should all third graders join in. At present, 8 towns throughout the country are included, and approximately 5,000 students have been covered with classes. So this is how the Lions of North Macedonia have worked throughout the pandemic, and this is how the Lions of North Macedonia have implemented educational projects that's supporting their community. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you, PDG Andrea. And now from the educational projects in Europe, we've transitioned to educational projects by the European Lions, but on the continent of Africa. Over to you, PID Sangeeta Jatia.
Lions of MD 108 Italy have supported educational programs in Africa. Past International Director Roberto Frisia is here with us, sharing some of these exceptional projects.
Lions of MD 108 Italy have been very committed for over 20 years to supporting educational programs, particularly in Africa, convinced that the education is one of the determining elements for the growth and development of a country. We are in Ethiopia, in the state of Oromia, in the village of Voliso, a project that began in 2002 and is still supported by the Lions of District 108A, run by the Daughters of Mercy and of the Cross. When you arrive in Voliso, you find the Lions plaque at the entrance gate, but when you enter, the first thing you notice is that along with the flag of Ethiopia and the state of Oromia, the Lions flag is flying. Within minutes, you are surrounded by a sea of students, all wearing Lions uniform. As you tour the facility, you realize how Lions have built a high-quality school at the level of the most advanced countries with all the necessary infrastructure. From Ethiopia, we moved to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Aquiterme hosts the Lions Club of District 108A3, then that more than 800 children of all ages travel dozens of kilometers every day to go to school. They have only one facility for the little ones. In 2 months, they organize some events involving the whole city, where they collect the necessary funds for the construction of the new largest school. I have personally been to Kemba twice to lay the foundation stone and after 22 months to inaugurate it. To reach Kemba from the capital Kinshasa, you first have to take a plane that lands on an unpaved road and then travel over 100 kilometers on the river. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, there are no roads, and the roads are the rivers. I then traveled 70 kilometers into the savannah on road that are trails and arrived in Kemba after a day and a half of travel. In the picture, you can see the existing school and the project of the new school, a celebration for the children. I hope as we Lions are able to generate in our action that take place even in the most remote parts of this world. The materials are only purchased in Kinshasa, and transporting them by river took a few weeks. You have to bring the cement, the wooden planks, a tractor to pick up the sand, and then you have to build everything on site. There is no other possibility. So the bricks and the banks are created and the people of Kenya participate in the construction. After 22 months, I returned together with the district governor of District 409 to inaugurate the school. And here again, the Lions flag is flying. On my first visit, I had talked to the guys. I had referred soccer, and when I come back, they welcomed me with a surprise. They had created the soccer team. They called it the Lions Club de Camp, but second surprise, they had made me president of the team. It was 2013. I explained to them that I might never come back, but still today I am the president. Some Lions from District 108 AB and 108 IA3 gave me shirts and balls, and among them those of the oldest team in Italy, Genoa. You can see our magnificent team. Sport also play an important role in the growth of young people at school. The guys of Kemba wanted to talk us with a group photograph, but would you have been able to forget about them? No, I was not able to forget them. So the Palermo dei Vespri Lions Club of District 108 YB replaced all of the textbooks that had been passed down from father to son and that were now over 30 years. All of them had a textbook. The books arrived while school was closed for the vacation, but the kids wanted to express their thanks by coming to school, proudly showing off these new books. But the Lions of MD 108 Italy do not stop and continue to support the educational program. The next project will be carried out by District 108 YB with the support of District 108 IA3, an all-female project, 2 district governor women, and will concern the construction of a dormitory with 160 beds, a refectory, a kitchen, and service room for the girls' high school in Kutu, always in Democratic Republic of Congo. It will allow girls to avoid making the road home school in the morning and evening with even 1 or 2 hours of road and be able to devote themselves to study because once arrived home, they are involved in the work. Lions of MD 108 Italy and are investing in African projects for women, even after hearing the heartfelt call of Nobel Peace Prize winner Dr. Denis Mukwege at our international convention in Milan in 2019.
Channeling the energy of those convicted in a positive direction can have far-reaching results. At the Folsom State Prison in California, Lions initiated a project in which the inmates record books on tape for the visually impaired. They also transcribe books into Braille. Hear this incredible story from past District Governor Lion Don Ring as he proudly shares what they have achieved.
Greetings from Sacramento, California. Our name is the Folsom Project for the Visually Impaired. We started in 1989 in my governor year. And then the Folsom City hosts Lions Club in District 4C5. We started with books on tape when a blind girl from Southern California, what they meant, and she was thanking her favorite reader, our board of directors, and says, I would like to learn Braille. This was an inmate at the prison. We went to the warden with this request, and the warden says, that sounds good, and go for it. The project started with mechanical called Perkins Brailler with the help of District 4C5 and a grant from LCIF. We moved to computer Braille. We also had some outside people, Braille teachers, come in and teach the inmates. They have literary Braille, which they all learn first, and they move on from there to mathematics Braille, and even the more efficient go to a music Braille. which there are very few. One of the best parts of the program is what it's done for these inmates. The inmates are, on the most part, have been takers all their lives, and they makes them feel very good to give back, just as we know as Lions. Their attitudes have completely changed. We also do eyeglasses and with our books on tape and closed captioning for the hearing impaired. But it's been a super program for our district.
That was just wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time and doing that, and very inspirational project. If I may ask, since how many years have you been a Lion?
Been a Lion for about 42 years.
Wow, excellent.
Long time.
So friends, now let's move on to the constitutional area of Canada. And we are going to bring to you the story of Lion's Quest, narrated by Lion Joanne McQuiggan. Let's watch this video.
Thank you for the opportunity to share the story of Lion's Quest in Canada with you today. We truly believe it takes a village to raise a child, and our goal has always been to equip the villagers to make a positive difference. Our focus is on education, but we don't work with the students or young people directly. We support the adults who surround them, especially teachers. Why did we get involved? Because we recognize that young people were and are at risk. Drug abuse and violence, bullying, suicide, mental health, the devastating statistics are not unique to Canada. Young people are struggling everywhere, and even more as a result of the pandemic. Lions asked how they could help young people make good decisions, choose the right path, and stay on that path despite challenges that they may face along the way. We need to be proud that we have one of the most effective programs in the world. The comprehensive approach is why Lion's Quest stands out over other prevention programs in Canadian schools. We equip educators with all the material needed to teach a lesson a week from the time students start school until they graduate. A key part is service learning, giving students the chance to practice and apply their social emotional learning skills and contribute to their communities. Because the teacher spends less time managing behavior and the students feel safe in the classroom, there is more time to focus on their academics and their grades improve. We had the pleasure of meeting a young man at a Lions meeting in Manitoba a couple of years ago. He had been bullied as a child at school, and he remembered Lion's Quest and specifically Q-Bear, who was part of the kindergarten and grade 1 program. He said Q-Bear kept him safe. Building that safe and caring climate in the classroom is a key strategy, and at one of our recent workshops, these are the words that teachers use to describe what that might look like for their students. Lion's Quest teachers can make this happen, whether they are the only one using the program in the school or if their entire staff is trained. We are also training many students at faculties of education at universities across Canada so that the teachers will start their careers using this approach and Lion's Quest programs as a tool. Lions are the key ingredient for success. We sponsor and participate in the workshops for schools and communities. We're hosting the Lions Quest family meetings at our Lions Club halls and facilities, and we're partnering with schools on many other activities, including mentoring students on their service learning projects. We have been successful because we can reach out to principals, school district administration, elected officials, police, youth workers, and others, since they are in our networks. They're part of our families, our neighborhoods, our communities, and our clubs. A district governor reached out to his neighbor, who was the Minister of Education, and gained support for the program province-wide. Lions Club's International Foundation grants have also had a huge impact. LCIF has helped us reach over 3 million young people across Canada over the past 30 years. Canadian Lions have sponsored the training for more than 50,000 educators, hosted 10 national gatherings and over 100 community workshops, 6 specialized sessions for police, and trained another 1,200 villagers to help build capacity in their own communities. We are experiencing the ripple effect and creating a lasting impact. We now have the next generation of educators who remember Lions Quest as a student in their own classrooms. When we say youth are our future, we are procrastinating. Youth are also our present. Lions in Canada understand their roles as villagers and are helping to equip other villagers too.
We bring to you another successful partnership. The Lions of MD 105 England have supported a school for special children in Sarajevo. Past International Director Phil Nathan, we welcome you to tell us something about this project.
I'm Past International Director Phil Nathan from the UK. And I'd like to thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about a charity that I'm very close with, a humanitarian service. This is a school that is based in Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. The school is the Vladimir Nazar School, and it is a school for around 200 children with intellectual disabilities and other very serious needs. So here we are inside the school, a lot of young children with intellectual disability, as in Down syndrome. As I said, there's over 200. This is what welcomes you. The building is fairly ancient and needs a lot of work doing to it, and that's the first step. Inside, I'll just show you the floor because I wouldn't want to show you worse than that. This is the toilet, and back into the school when you can see children in lots of different areas of learning, and the teachers are really totally dedicated. In the background, there's a young man there that is trying to teach them IT, and we've been involved supplying equipment regarding IT. And this area is woodworking, and you'll see a machine soon that we have supplied, giving these young people the skills that they need to try and do something with their life as they grow. This is the machine that we purchased that uses software to draw on the screen, and this machinery here cuts the shapes, and you'll see some of the work shortly. And another machine that we've replaced, this is quite simple. It makes candles, and they sell candles to the community. They sell their woodwork to the community. They sell beads to the community. As you can imagine, they get very, very little for what they do, but they feel good because they're doing something for themselves. Here we have the ceramics class, and you can see tiles on the left, and these children are very proud of what they actually achieve. On this particular occasion, we had a visit from Vice President Brian and Laurie Sheehan. We're so pleased that they were there because they witnessed everything in this school, and they have actually supported this school personally from their own pockets, and also when they went back home to Bird Island, the club donated to assist. Kitchen refurbishment. So these children, 200 of them, don't have hot meals. They are supposed to be bringing in a sandwich. And you can imagine that with some of these intellectual disabilities, it's not the first thing in their mind to bring in food. This dental surgery has been unusable for over 3 years. 200 children, as I said, again, all with intellectual disabilities and serious needs. We have got a dental surgery and equipment being shipped from the UK. We will be getting it with assistance of the British ambassador to get it into the country. And we will be having dentists and nurses from the UK, hopefully retraining the staff as we've done with paediatric intensive care in other areas. For 3 years, these children have had no treatment. And can you imagine what had to happen if a child needed a tooth pulled? Then you can think how that was pulled. This dental equipment will be hopefully this year in place. The government have agreed to give us a dentist if we assist with another school down the road, which is the younger side. They're 5 years upwards. So we will have 300 children using this facility. Thank you.
Friends, we bring you back now to India. From the city of Hyderabad, we have PDG Ramesh Lakshmanan, bringing to us glimpses of the project on scholarships and recycling of paper to produce copybooks, that's journals, for distribution to students from economically challenged families. Let's watch this video.
Dear Lion friends, Namaste. I'm Ramesh Lakshmanan, past district governor from District 320C, Hyderabad, India. We all know the very famous proverb, give a fish to a person, it will take care of his hungry for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, it is not only going to take care of his hungry, but it's also going to take care of his entire family throughout the life. True to this, my club, Lions Club Sapalgoda Greater, along with the Lions Life Charitable Trust, the trust which was formed by me in the 2015 and 16 when I was the governor, have started a wonderful project called Wealth Out of Waste, distributing the notebooks to the government school children absolutely free of cost using the recycled waste paper, through which every year around 50 tons of waste paper we are collecting it and converted into notebooks, which is being benefited to more than 10,000 needy students. To talk more about this, my club president Veena Ramesh is going to elaborate it, what's all about all this WOW project.
Hi, this is Lion Veena Ramesh Pillai, President of the Lions Club of Sapalgoda Greater, District 320C, Hyderabad, Telangana, India. You just heard from the man, the brain behind the WOW project that was started in the year 2015. From collecting 34,000 kilograms of waste paper in year one, we have come a long way collecting tons and tons of paper that is sent for recycling to ITC Bhadrachalam Paper Board. In return, we get notebooks worth Rs 10,000 for every ton of waste paper that we send for recycling. These notebooks come printed with the logo of the Lions International. Through this project, we, the club and the trust, do our best to save the environment. Here are some startling statistics. We helped save 17 grown trees from being cut, 10,000 gallons of water and 100 megawatt electricity that goes into the production of 1 ton of paper. Environment saving for every ton of waste paper that we collect amounts to saving hundreds of cubic meters of landfill space and huge reduction in carbon dioxide emission, a great step towards a greener, cleaner and literate tomorrow by reducing the carbon footprint. Wow, indeed. We also provide counseling and guidance to the school-going children and also arrange a scholarship, which our Lion Harish Reddy, Chairman of the Trust LLCT, shall now elaborate.
Every year from our Corpus Fund interest. Also, we are in the process of conducting a talent test to start with in our multiple and arrange scholarships through crowdfunding fundraisers. Besides this, our Life Center will give life to students and their family by providing many types of facilities like the different scholarships through government and non-government agencies, and also prepare them for the same by providing library, coaching, etc. As mentioned by our founder chairman, Lion Ramesh Lakshmanan, the vision of the trust in the field of education. We are moving forward with the help of the Lions of our District 320C and neighboring districts in the part of our multiple District 320.
A heartwarming story of an individual who received support from Lions, worked hard, migrated to Australia, and today is a past district governor right there. And as he became successful, he pledged to pay back all that he had got. And since then, he has been supporting students to fulfill their dreams. Bringing to you Lion Chandra Mangalore from Australia.
Namaste. I was poor, many times had no food to eat. I did child labor, did not go to school for 1 year. I was working and making BDs when I was 10 years old, into an orphanage where I spent my primary and high school years. Now I am rich, have a good home, have a good car, loving wife, son, and 2 beautiful granddaughters. How this happened? What is the secret? The secret is I received good education. How I got the good education? Melbourne Lions Club helped me to get the good education by funding my engineering degree. Mangalore Lions Club looked at me with lots of love and affection. I was happy, baby lion, living happily with the pride of kind and affectionate lions. Both clubs' names are in my banner with lots of thanks. After graduation, I came to Australia in 1971, and now I have settled life. I have no worries in life. Melbourne Lions Club sponsored my migration too. I'm an active Lion member for the past 30 years. I served in many positions, including district governor in 2013 and 14. I see many children like me needing funds to continue their education. I thought I must do something in a small way, give back to the community what I have received. Nearly 20 years ago, I started this activity. Indian Lions Clubs identify poor students. I beg my friends and Lions Clubs for funds. Students, university fees paid each year up to $75,000 to finish their course. Students' progress is supervised by local mentor or a Lions Club member. Student finishes the course and secures good employment. My family then increases by 1 or more. Now my family has got 2 doctors, pharmacists, nurse, teachers, professors, IT specialists, and many successful engineers. Education eradicates cycle of poverty. Family benefits, community benefits, nation benefits. Return on investment is not measurable. I appeal to all the gathered people here. Please identify poor, bright students, and I try my best to get the funds. My desire, my ambition, or the goal is no bright, poor child should suffer for lack of money to have good education and bright future. For the past 50 years or more, one person is keeping in touch with me, loving me as a lion cub, lion baby, and has the most impact on me. I bow my head and say thanks to past multiple council chairman KVP. Thank you, sir.
So those were successful Lions educational projects from 5 continents, 7 constitutional areas, and 12 countries. There are many, many more, by thousands, by tens of thousands, but these are just a few specimens of what the Lions do in all parts of the globe. May I now invite Vice President Doug Alexander for his remarks before we sign off today.
Well, thank you, PID Singh, PID Sangeeta. Glad that you finally were able to join us live. It's good to see you. I don't even know where to begin to say, wow, Lions truly make a difference all around this world. And to hear the wonderful work that's being done by Lions all over just makes me proud to be a Lion. It's who we are. Service is who we are. It's what we do. It's why we exist. And even during these challenging times, as I said earlier, Lions are continuing to serve and to serve safely. Our service is needed more now than ever, as been demonstrated through the different programs that you just showed, especially the last one where the gentleman who was a beneficiary of our service, paying it forward, as they say, who became a Lion and continued to serve. That is a story that we can tell all over. And we've seen so many times as we go through this life of Lionism. People get it. They get it. We truly make a difference in this world. So we can all be very proud of that as we continue to serve and make a difference. I want to say special thanks to the Eastern India Lions Leadership Academy for hosting these episodes and these webinars, and especially to the 2 of you, for the work and time that you put in to make this happen. It is a service that is needed, especially now, as we continue to live through this pandemic. And I said earlier, and I'll say it again, we look forward to when the time when we can meet in person and continue to serve and to have a social gathering. One of the things we've learned through this pandemic is how important it is, the social side of who we are and how we live, not only in Lionism, but in our family life as we move forward. So I want to encourage everyone to continue to participate, and to you, AP and Sangeeta, continue to put these webinars together to make our Lions aware and show the world what Lions are doing. You know, when I looked at the schools in India, and there was a small clip there where I was in one, I had that experience of going to India and seeing the wonderful work that the Lions are doing. And it made me so proud to look up and see that sign, the Lions logo from our foundation supporting these different projects. Lions truly make a difference. And I have to put a plug in for our foundation, because a lot of the things that are happening on large scale are supported by our foundation, LCIF. As I'm sure, if not everybody on this call knows, that we are living through Campaign 100 right now to raise $300 million. And we are well on our way to achieving that goal. But when you watch webinars like this and see the wonderful work that is done from being supported by our foundation, it's got to make you want to continue to support our foundation and to continue to give, so that our foundation can continue to be there for us when the need arises, whether it's through disaster relief, or putting up or rebuilding schools, or building new schools, or supporting Lions Quest, whatever the need is. As the saying goes, where there's a need, there's a lion. And lions are all over this world making a difference every day. So again, I thank you for all that you do for our association. Thank everyone for joining, taking time to be a part of this webinar. And I know, as I know both of you, you will continue to serve our association and serve it well. Thank you. Stay safe, continue to serve, and serve with kindness, because kindness truly matters. Thank you.
Friends, we are extremely grateful to Vice President Doug Alexander for his time and constant encouragement. If we don't receive the encouragement and the inspiration from our leaders, we really can't go on. After all, that's what our energy is. We are sincerely thankful to the Lion leaders from all constitutional areas for their inputs and help in getting information on projects from their parts of the world. Your leadership always counts. Thanks to Rishi and Rupesh for helping with the live streaming on Facebook. And of course, thanks to Leo Lion Bagla brothers, Ayush and Akshat, the two young leaders of our own district, and for all the technical support that they provide. We would also like to place on record our sincere thanks to Jennifer Mash from LCI and the team for providing data and information. We shall now again meet in the 6th episode of Diversity in Service on 21st April. And that episode shall focus on health and wellness related projects. If you have projects that you'd like to showcase in that episode, do get back to us, do get in touch with us. This is your event. This is your episode for everybody in all parts of the world. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. We shall now finally sign off.